this is the website, and for those of you who haven't been here yet, this is where the virtual gallery is. So if you just click on that, you will come to the page that has the gallery, and you will click on this image, and it will take you right into the gallery then. Okay, so this is just a sneak preview of the show. Okay, so this is Adriana's latest piece. I don't think
Nice.
Adriana is here, is she?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So this is called Having a Ball, which I thought was a lot of fun. And she does have a ball when she's painting, so there is that. He's got that personality. Eddie Lee's fabulous acrylic pour, and he's really mastered this because his colors don't mix. There's no like muddy areas in any of it. They're just always so vibrant and so just amazing work. He has really beautiful pieces. And Eddie and of course Adriana has been exhibiting with us for many years, and Eddie's just joined the past couple of years, and he's always brings such fabulous work, and he's really young, and it's just nice to see so much talent. This is Valeria Porter. She's exhibiting with us for the first time as far as I know. And this is oil on canvas, flamingos. I loved this piece so much. Flamingos are fun no matter what, but you really get the feel of the warm breeze and the sound of the water, and it's just a very zen painting. I love it. This is also a new artist, Sandamale, and honestly, it takes you a second to realize that this isn't a photograph and it's a pencil sketch. This is amazing.
Wow.
And I love the contrast.
Oh, it was a photo. Yeah.
It does look like a photo. She's very talented. So again, a new artist, so it's lots of fun to have some new people join and find a whole bunch of new art to drool over. This is Lillian Lear, and if you look very closely, you will realize this is not a painting, but this is embroidery.
Wow.
Oh yeah, nice.
And this is her latest piece, and when I saw it on Instagram, I wanted it so badly. It's so beautiful. It's just so perfect. And her work is just so amazing. The first time I saw it, I couldn't believe that it wasn't a painting, and it just like fabulous embroidery. She's so talented. And this muse in particular, this is so much fun. And really nicely done too. And this is Bench by Victor Molla. And his paintings, again, the more you look at them, you know, the more you find they're so much fun.
They're so detailed too, right?
Yeah. So much going on, and like there's so many stories. And I love cats anyway, so there's that. This is Jessica Davidson. She's also exhibiting with us for the first time. And this is wood burning. So the amount of detail on this is like crazy when you think about how it's done. And I saw it and I thought it was a sketch. It's so well done. And I love like how whimsical it is. Like those really old childhood storybooks with those amazing illustrations. This is really beautiful. And this is Christiane Abraham, watercolor, Barn Owl. She also does a lot of detail, and it's always so realistic looking. It's just amazing. She's exhibited with us for a couple times over the past few years, and she was, I think, she was introduced when she was at a sponsored booth for emerging artists from BAM. And the other young lady with her, I've forgotten her name, she was also very talented. So it's so nice to find like new artists this way. And it's nice to have them come back. This is Amanda Gallifey. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And these are silver earrings. And I love the color. I guess it seems like turquoise. Really beautiful.
Mm.
And I think she's exhibiting with us for the first time as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And this is Jacqueline. This is my all-time favorite jeweler. Her pieces are so beautiful. I love them so much. They're so dreamy.
Jacqueline's here. Do you want to say anything about this piece, Jacqueline?
Oh yeah. I wanted to call it Purple Rain, the Prince song.
Oh yeah.
It just it was like my first album I ever bought, and it made me so happy, and it's just that came to my mind. But I've got like Purple Rain coming down and Moonstone Clouds and there's little hearts up the way. Just a really fun piece. It's almost all upcycled sterling silver except for the wire and a few pieces.
Wow.
It's so much fun doing this.
This is such a beautiful piece. It's so elegant.
Thank you. It was fun. Thank you.
And is Craig here? Craig is always very
No.
busy. This is another one of my favorite jewelers.
Beautiful work.
And it's unfortunately the picture kind of fades as you go in, not the best quality image. But it's such an amazing to see in person because the beadwork is really, really finely done. They're so tiny, and the way he makes meshes out of them, and then it's just amazing. And it's very sparkly too. And this table is by David Borsellino.
Hmm.
Is he here by any chance? I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Okay. So again, really beautiful piece. And he has some really, really nice tables that I always kind of want to take home with me.
I wonder what ebonized means in the sense, is it ebony or ebony is ebonized?
You
I
have
don't
to
know. Yeah,
ask
you'd
him.
have to ask.
Yeah, I
That's
will.
interesting.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a natural process. It's beautiful though.
Mhm.
I wish I had room in my house. Also in my in more in my bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another wood artist, Ian Stewart. And he has some very beautiful pieces as well. And I like the size because they're perfect to like, if you don't have room in your house, this is the right size. And also they make the perfect gift too. Very nice. And our third wood artist, George Wilkinson. He has some really beautiful functional pieces. And again, they're like a smaller size, so if you don't have room in your house, it's a perfect thing. Also makes great gifts. So this is Figurehead, unintended, I think, by Sue Riley. So this is the first time I met Sue when I saw her with this piece. And I don't know if anybody drank red rose tea back in the day, but my parents did. And I collected these. I was
That's
so
what I thought.
happy to
It looked
see
like the
them.
red rose.
Yeah.
I
So I
think
couldn't
like
wait for
us.
my parents to finish a box of red rose tea so the next one could be open and I could get these little
Yeah.
figurines. I hadn't seen them in forever, and I was just shocked to see them on this. I loved it. It was
That's
so nice to see. And this is also sculpture, Winterstone cement. I'm not sure what that is. We'd have to ask Reg Littlefield. Is he here by any chance?
Don't think so.
Oh, okay. So I think he's exhibiting with us for the first time.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
okay. So that's interesting. I like
And
the
Winterstone, my understanding, it's a sculpting medium.
Oh, okay, okay. Interesting how you get all that texture.
Hmm.
And this is Alicia. You want to talk about it?
Well, basically, it's an upcycled blown piece that I did that didn't work out, or I didn't think it worked out. There's different schools of thought on what I think works out and what doesn't. And then what I do is I try to give it a new life in my kiln and I fuse it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I really kind of like I love black and white, and black and white is the most difficult thing to work on with glass because they're opposites. So yeah.
This turned out really good. I like it.
I see faces in it, which is like,
Oh, okay.
I Okay, see that's nice, things. Rose. The longer you look at it,
Nice. Okay. I like the texture of all the little, like, it's the way it's put together. It looks really nice. Very neat.
rarely ever see black and white in glass.
I
Mm,
saw faces
That's
right away, so I'm
good.
glad to see I wasn't going crazy.
No, I saw face too. What a picture.
okay. Stop talking about it. I have voices in my head. I don't need to see the faces too. This is Brenda LaRose, and is Brenda here? She could talk about it. She has,
I'm here.
oh, you are, perfect.
Yes.
The story
Sorry.
behind it is always good. The little canoe rides and everything.
Yes, I often take my canoe out first thing in the morning. It's so hard to get out of bed first thing in the morning, but because I'm not really a morning person, but the sunrises are so worth it. So this is one of the sunrises that I captured on Whitestone Lake as I was out on my canoe, in my kayak, actually.
Beautiful. I love all the different little colors and flecks of light and around in the reflection. It's beautiful. Amazing. This is Stephen Rose. I think he's here, right?
I am.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Please tell us about this piece.
Well, okay. Well, this is obviously, it's called Fall Brushes. The majority of the color that you see is done with acrylic ink, and the burst trees are drawn by hand and just textured with just pen and ink, just to give it the detail.
Uh,
And
Nice.
the sky background was airbrushed again with acrylic ink as well. I'm finding that when I'm using my airbrush for background, especially for skies, or that I get a very controlled, consistent color every time that I use it. And it's much easier than watercolor. So much easier. Especially, for variegated, washes and color tones. The shapes of the leaves, or what you're looking at, all the different colors in the fall leaves, that's a drawing technique where you're actually showing clusters of leaves, but you're not drawing every individual leaf. You're drawing like a big bunch of them, right? And then you're showing
Right.
all those individual colors with within that cluster, let's say. And I guess if I could explain the colors, I guess the bright yellow is the actual the sun kind of filtering down through the tree,
Mm,
hitting the leaf clusters, and then you see I guess the mid-tones, the oranges, and then you get into the darker kind of browny orange colors of the leaves further in the background. But birch tree leaves in the fall, they range from yellows to oranges to dark browns to light browns. You can't go wrong. You
yeah,
know,
beautiful.
thanks very much. So yeah, and that's done on watercolor board. And this actual piece is taken from a reference photo that I took up in Muskoka. The larger
Wow.
piece is a is the complete cluster of the individual birch trees themselves, all grouped together. So sometimes when I'm taking a larger photo, sometimes I'll single out a little section within a larger photograph because you can do other pieces, and it's pretty interesting that way. And the
Mm,
shading on the birch tree trunks is done with a ink intense pencil that was just left uh, untouched by water. So in other words, uh, it's just basically physically drawn on there. And what you're seeing, the white of the actual birch tree is the actual white of the actual watercolor board itself.
mm,
So there's no coloration there at all. So
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
shadow turned out perfectly. It looks really good.
I'm sorry.
The shadow, like the shaded part of the tree, it
Right,
looks really natural.
right, right. Yeah,
Very nice.
the larger piece I did, which included this portion of it, shows all sorts of larger birch trees uh, in and around each other, tangled around each other with larger, deeper shadows forward and back, uh, which is a much more interesting piece. Um, but yeah, so that's that piece, and that's part of my
Thank you.
technique.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Arctic Sun by Sue Archibald. Is Sue here?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So her paintings are always very, very whimsical and storybook looking, which I love a lot. And this is New Day by Chuck Lewis. Is Chuck here? I feel like I saw his name.
Yeah, I think he was here. Let me check.
If you're here, do you want to talk about it?
I'm trying to look for him.
Might be having issues with the mic then.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe he.
And this is Charles Wakefield. I know Charles is here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just on mute. Yeah, this is a painting I painted. I did a bunch of painting when I was up in Bay St. Paul a couple of years ago, and this one, I think I actually painted when I got back. This is a view from the little chalet we were renting for a week, and so I'm way up looking down on the river, and you got the little boat coming in the morning, and the ships passing on the far side of the St. Lawrence. And
Mhm.
yeah, it was.
Beautiful. I love the colors.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm painting on a bright orange. Normally, I paint on just the stained wood, but here I've actually I made a bright orange, and which gave it a very different effect, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's interesting. It looks really good. You can see where it's peeking out from that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you. And some of it's a little bit more abstract.
Sorry?
Some of like the clouds in the background are a little more abstract.
Yeah, yeah. But it's nice, like kind of combining it with a bit of like a more realistic look, but also a bit of like an abstract look. It looks really good.
Thank you. It's a feel-good painting, I think.
It is, it is. Most of your paintings are, yeah.
I try to make them that way.
Yeah, they have a happy vibe. This is watercolor on paper by Rashida. I don't think Rashida is here. Is she, Tanya?
No, she's not here.
Okay, so Rashida is, I've seen her work for like past couple years. Well, maybe more than a couple years. She has really amazing watercolors. She's really good, and she makes it look very easy. And she's very quick, but she really also has very kind of happy looking paintings.
Yeah,
Really?
it's very expressive and loose.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, I love it. And this is Vanaja, who's here. Very dramatic wave. I don't know. I think Vanaja was having trouble with her.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Are you here? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Apparently, I had to accept the fact that this call was being recorded.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why it wasn't letting me do anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
This is a beautiful piece.
thank you. I was getting tired of my blue normal ocean paintings, and I just needed to bring more color into them. And so after that, we'd gone to South Africa in November, and in Cape Town, I mean, a lot of waves and rocks in different places, and that kind of inspired me. So the rocks and all from a reference that I took from two different photographs from there. But the wave itself is more a combination of different this thing, and then I have to elevate it, so that it becomes a bigger wave than it normally would be for me. I'm not a, big surfer, so I wouldn't be able to see waves like that personally. In fact, I'm deathly scared of water. So yeah, so now I'm painting, and I just enjoyed playing with the colors.
Yeah, it looks like you did it, and it turned out really well. I love it.
Thank you.
Now we have our photographers. Is Paul here?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. So this is White Rabbit. Have fun finding it. I love the title because I looked for a long time. This is a beautiful
Oh,
photo.
I see it. I see it.
Isn't it the cutest thing?
I'm looking for it.
Everybody raise your hand when you find it.
It's not easy to find.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Is it in the
I can't find it.
crack in the frame?
Huh?
Is that it? No.
Oh, we're not
No,
telling.
no hints, no hints.
Ah, I found it.
Okay, you
Oh,
guys
found it. Found it.
congrats. The rest of you can find it at the show now. This is Debbie DeGroot. Is Debbie here?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So Debbie has some very, very interesting photographs that she, well, does on her travels, but also some amazing photographs that she's done around Port Credit. And this one is like so amazing because the first time I saw it, I thought it was a little tree frog, and it's just these leaves and the way they're placed so perfectly and the way they fell and the angle of the photograph. It's really interesting. A really beautiful photograph. And we are back at the beginning. So I hope you all enjoy this little sneak peek.
Mhm.